what type of family I need, right? What type of family I need. Why I'm saying that? Because like I was studying my own family. I believe there's superpower if we study our own family, right? You started with him, so and so was so intelligent here at home, but couldn't go as far as this, and then he failed. So and so is so aggressive. Why? So if we study our own family, you encounter that you're becoming more powerful because now you are aware of what you're going through and you are aware of the family trauma that is there. Then you filtrate all those emotions with him. Now I forgive that person because I know why they are saying all that and I know why they are all like that. It's because of this and that. So I believe as black families, we need to first work on ourselves as individuals. We find that the reason why our families are not supporting us in anything, they do not find the same support. So abawazi ukuthi umuntu support because naye supports ayazi ukuthi like if you are kanjani. And then the other parts, like I was talking about why we're having so many single mothers. I don't know like it sounded kanjani, but I was thinking about it back to myself. If I grew up in a family where there's no model of character or umuntu wesilisa, then mina ngizoba kanjani umuntu wesilisa opresent wingane? Because ngikhule ngine oleti alright liphi time alikho. So like that's why I'm out amaningi amethisa across because akakwazi ukuthi abe that person. I don't know, they don't know how to behave like a man, anything. So I strongly believe in ukuthi as individuals we need to isolate ourselves from the society and go back to ourselves. Like, who am I? What am I going through? How is my family structure? Let's exclude my family structure. How is my family structure? And why is my family structure like this? You know, because there's a lot of toxicness within the families. And you know, the moment you are wise, like let's say you are 20 years, 21, 22, your family is gonna fight with you. They're gonna fight with you, bro, because you're becoming smart. And then you're gonna identify amaphutha ala endlini. So identify ukuthi la endlini ngene indoda yabo. So they're gonna fight with you into the core that they want you to be useless and they want you not to be powerful, and they will do away with you. Even back paid mouth to some of the family members so ube namandla ukuthi usho something enamandla. So as men, like to say as men, we need to realize ukuthi this family trauma, our children or our kids don't have to experience it. We heal from it, and then we start a new pattern of family structure. As much as like I'm not married or whatsoever, but I do believe you can recreate family by getting married. You know, because now you protected your own seeds, and then now you have a family structure that supports our emotions. Because udaki phezu igulela nje akekho umuntu onendaba nama emotions akho kini. They don't know how hey wena toti wena rubbish. Those things, as much as they don't seem really bad, but in the long run they create a beast. So I mean, that's what I believe in. We need to heal as black people. We need to someday come together and talk about all these bad things. Wena nje kwa wenzikani kwesakho njengoba unje manje why unje, you know, why unje. And I strongly believe ukuthi njengoba khanjwa amaphathi, those people are in pain. You know, like you can feel a joy of umuntu ongekho happy, but or itshela ukuthi I'm neglecting a problem, but you're gonna encounter it anytime soon. Ekuseni uzohlangana nayo.
Definitely. I mean, we've for so long we are running away from our problems. I think we have been conditioned to run away from our problems and let other people deal with our problems or fix our problem for us.
Yeah.
And we just don't want to confront our problems. Hence, most of us don't want to spend time alone.
Yeah.
You know, because when you're alone, bro, I mean, we are very long. I mean, you have to deal with your own things.
Yeah.
And you can't, you know, because most of the people hate it because it's too much work, bro.
Yeah.
You know, because when you're alone, you have to face yourself, and most of us don't wanna face ourselves.
Instead
Because we don't like what we see.
Yeah, you're gonna play music because you're alone and trying
Yeah.
to avoid yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, like people say I can't sit in a quiet space. You find a good see there's no quietness within because the why people are so noisy in this world. I believe a good thing there's noise within. I believe that the most quiet people they've mastered the quietness within. The reason why they're so saying like every long khona umuntu ozodlala igqomu nje ekseni udlala igqomu. Like why would you do that? Man, you have to deal with yourself. Like man, you got serious problems. Start dealing with yourself. Start talking to yourself about yourself. Because I think that's another subject we've never been taught. Nama, I was never taught to you need to be in a quiet space and talk to yourself about yourself and face your fears. You know.
And it's important, eh?
Yeah.
It's important because that's one thing, bro, that you can never run away from.
Yeah.
It will always follow you wherever you go. And if we don't deal with it, it's cutting myself from cooler and become the best. And it's gonna show up. Most cooling.
Yeah.
And it cooler njengoba ukhula now and mase khule kakhulu. Hayi baba, akwazi ukudelana.
Yeah. Like have you ever wondered to see why when people get old they get sick?
Yeah.
It's because that time akasekho angithi bona abantu abaningi babela ngesipani babela ngama weekend, right? You're always busy ngama weekend uyahamba ovashela umngane wakhe. And then when you arrive at age 50, maybe you retire at age 50. Akusekho manje uyovala abangani bakho wonke umuntu ugugile or wonke umuntu uyikhathalele. Then all the things you've been running away from now they've grown. Like they've been waiting for you. Like the more you neglect your pet grows. And then izokuluma inja yakho ukuthi oyinakile. Yabo like bunga
ifiti, wenze lutho, ungayibheka. Alright, yeah.
Like izokuluma.
100%.
So abantu they are unable to face their fears, their problems, everything. So as a result, that ends up with umuntu the more esemdala is the more now esebhekana nenkinga zakhe. So weak, mentally you're weak, health you're weak, spiritually you're weak. What's gonna happen? All these things gonna come back to your mind at once, and you can't anticipate them. So I want to retire about a stroke. Should be many seven for impilo yakhe yami. I don't care retire manje usiyakhula. Why is it qalo manje cool? Because now imande ethola isikhathi ukuface reality yakhe. Yabo? Because you look at the system how it's created. We are created like to be busy. Like the system wants you to be busy.
Of course.
From uzalo. Somebody have a crash.
Yeah.
Ulehlano. Okay, umgqibelo khona uma kodwa uyodlana abangani bakho umgqibelo isonto yesontweni. Ntambama uyalala. Uyabuya uyaphorisha umsumlungu esikoleni. Same thing. Like it's a rotation of working, which means you don't have your time to think about yourself and think about who am I, ngikuphi manje ngempilo and ufuna ukuya kuphi.
And why am I here, bro? I always ask myself every day, why am I here?
And
why? What is it that?
Like those are the things we are not being taught. Like we are just being taught to neglect those. Like even esikoleni make sure who am I? Ushigama lakho nesibongo. Ubone ukuthi umsangana. That's nonsense. Like.
True.
So I think as black people we need to arrive to talk about family structures, how they affect our daily life, our behavior, because not having a model of character, more especially when besilisa, they grow up not around model of character. This is why we end up selecting umuntu elokishini. That's how I want to behave, that's how I want to be popular. You end up udumile umshawe singo mabura uvunyiwe omJ isikhathi esiningi elokishini umuntu igama lokuthi omJ. No hard feeling, don't umuntu igama lokuthi omJ elokishini oba lo omJ
abashayi basi.
Yabo. So like once you are given those names, I think the popularity is in your bed.
Yeah, no? We normalize nonsense, eh?
Yeah.
And we glorify it, and we nonsense, and then we make it to be part of our culture, and it's like, yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's a good thing that you fix it and share life with my boyfriend on weekend to weekend. Good thing.
Yeah, like I was listening to other dudes. In Kibeletic scene, we talk about thing. It's a week before last. uthi bexoxa ukuthi like kuni-out babehamba nayo and then like he spends like 4,000 on the weekend. And I was like back to myself ukuthi you could have done so many things, bro. Like you decided to do that. And then on the other side, I felt the victory he felt, you know, because he felt like he's a winner because now he won the states as well.
Sure.
But my question is, for how long you're gonna be capable of doing that? Like,
Any into my brother, and then you're gonna hear them saying, we should leave about creating pillars of Himalaya. And I look and whenever somebody says that, I'm like, I just feel sorry for them because it's like, bro, wake up, except don't you realize that we're in war here? You know, just follow that money. End up bad. If you're gonna say, oh no, in Mali, seriously, enter no mind. Can you hear yourself, bro? Like enter no mind in Mali. Come on, bro. Like, are you that dumb to think like that? Like, there's no time for that right now, dog.
yeah.
You see, there's no flipping time. Like, you see, I've been on Wednesday. I was doing this. I was checking the study, and the study is saying by 2050, foreigners are gonna have triple amount of wealth over Latino. I'm talking about foreigners who came here, who just came here. But foreigners who just came, man, they're gonna have triple times wealth. You know? And then you're gonna have someone who's gonna say, I know in Mali, and I'm like, bro, seriously, is that what you think about?
Yeah, there's too much pressure, Lukshin. There's too much pressure, like in such a way we create our needs which are not necessarily needs. Like, for instance, why would you buy Amarok in a farm? What are you gonna do? So Nandi and then get move for my ice and then Kishuchwala.
I think another thing. That's why we're talking about family. Content correct. No, serious. I wanna. I'm like. Let me tell you, bro. This is not only in Kenya or South Africa. Go to America. Americans.
Yeah, black people.
Americans go to UK. Black people in UK. You ask them, what's wrong with these people? Yeah, and it's like in the final, they're exactly the same thing. And I'm like, but we are the only people, bro, who only think this is. Only people, even if when you're on money, bro, we still think like, even if we are on money, bro, we still think like that.
Yeah.
And it's a problem. It's a big problem.